Right.
We're just waiting. It's okay. Sorry, is it? You have to switch on the computer too? Or just see people? Sorry. Oh.
It's almost.
7:05.
That's okay. It's almost done.
Sorry, and then. Another package, so we'll just do the package while.
Okay. Some of us, or maybe all of us, recognize some of the cases. None of these cases should be. Okay, so let's call this Code Enforcement Board meeting to order. It's Tuesday, December 7th, 2021, and it's 7:05 p.m. We'd like to welcome our two new board people, representatives. Vivian Isla Ray and Mara Zapata, who is very well known to Miami Springs. So, thank you. It's always a good thing. All right, so, I just, think we should get up and salute our flag.
Madam Chair, I wanted to ask the new members to just tell us a little bit about themselves. Vivian, tell us about yourself.
My name is Vivian. I've been living in Miami Springs for about 23 years. I work for my father, who's an attorney. We own a title company. I've been doing real estate title companies for a long time. Married to a general contractor. Two beautiful children, living age to be married. I'm excited to be here, bringing you different twists if I can. Thank you, guys.
So I'm a longtime resident, over 35 years in Miami Springs. I'm an educator, professor at FIU, began my career teaching at Springview Elementary, where I taught for 10 years, raised my children here. They're grown and I'm a grandmother. One of my proudest things that I can claim right now, that little guy. I'm happy to be part of this board. I happen to think that this board is the most important board. I was liaison for this board when I was on the city council and tried to attend as many meetings as possible. So it's an honor to be part of this.
Thank you both for joining us.
Welcome.
Welcome.
For the record, Jose Rego, City Attorney's Office, I will probably be doing an air orientation, so I will be coordinating out of this meeting, of course, but a time that's convenient for everyone, is to go over the applicable rules and procedures so that, to help facilitate the process, okay?
Okay, so we have to, request a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
We didn't do roll call.
We didn't vote, that's true. See?
Board Member
Okay.
Lisa Ray. Board Member Zapata. Board Member Corey.
Here.
Board Member Martinez Viguera.
Here.
Board Member Viguera.
Present.
Board Member Bankston.
Here.
Chair Jimenez.
Here. Okay, so now we need to approve the minutes from our last meeting,
Make a motion to approve the minutes from
November 2nd.
November 2nd, 2021.
I'm sorry, if the city attorney wants to say something.
Also, for the time being, to the extent that there's any conflict of interest and you're involved in the case in any way, please just recuse yourself on the record and as the board deliberates.
Thank you for that reminder.
A second. Board Member Lisa Ray.
Yeah.
Board Member Zapata.
Are we approving the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes.
I don't know if I should recuse myself since I was at that meeting and was mentioned in one of the cases. I just want to be extremely fair. I don't feel I have a conflict of interest. The minutes are fine.
It's the appearance of conflicts of interest, so just in abundance of caution.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fine. I recuse myself.
Board Member Corey.
All right.
Board Member Martinez Viguera. Aye. Board Member Viguera.
Aye.
Board Member Bankston.
Aye.
Chair Jimenez.
Aye.
The motion carries.
Okay, we need to swear in people that will be speaking. Is there anyone? Please stand.
We're just waiting for our board of health officers to step out.
Okay. All right.
It needs to be moved.
I need to take on the back.
Staring at you, right?
Yes.
she needs to be sworn in too, because she's gonna be talking.
Residents have a seat, well. have a
Yeah,
seat
so like, she comes back, I thought it was gonna be a minute.
about that.
It'll be nicer if everyone can just be speaking to the mic. Just because sometimes it's hard when I'm doing my minutes. I can't hear really well.
We will. Okay, we can please stand up.
Please raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna be taking care of the old business, and if we can have the first case. Yeah. Oh, Bill, okay, we're almost there. Yeah. Scott? User. Progress.
I'll just have her present and then. Has updated pictures that is not in your package.
Oh, okay.
But if you guys wanna see it, we can pass it around.
Okay.
Okay, so the first case is case number 17-02523 for property address 378 Westwood Drive, code section 93-13, maintenance of property by owner, and this is an update.
You can move the mic closer.
Should I repeat it again?
No, I heard with the mic is better where it is now.
On October 5th, 2021, board member Martinez Regueira moved to grant until December 7th, 2021 for an update on the property. Board member Bangston seconded the motion, which passed anonymously 5-0 on roll call vote. The roll call vote was as follows: board member Bangston, board member Martinez Regueira, board member Corey, board member, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar, Rollins, and chairperson Figueira voted yes. On November 23rd, 2021, a permit application for 2 non-impact windows was issued. I performed follow-up inspection today, December 7th, 2021. The following was observed: floor at the front entrance that had mold and mildew were pressure cleaned. Part of the sidewalks that needed pressure washing were cleaned. Several walls throughout the property were painted. Some landscaping was completed, hand railings with rust were removed. And the violation was for overall maintenance of property, including the following: missing window panels, mold and mildew on exterior walls, rust in exterior, poor landscaping, broken, missing columns, casings, and broken soffit. They have not been replaced yet.
So you ready?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're gonna look at the pictures first. Noticing in our packet, we don't have that, the history that we usually get, which gives a state, like a printout of your internal system.
Oh, the
The
detail?
dates, the detail.
Oh,
That's important to us because it gives us not only what you're saying and what you're presenting, but you know, we can glance at that and we can see dates
I do apologize, I did
It's
not,
helpful
I didn't
for
know.
us to refresh our memories. So far as how long things have been going on.
I do have the dates from when they have come to the board, so I'm not sure if that might be helpful.
No, but I know this case has been going on for a while. The main problem I see is still not being resolved.
for the code enforcement officer, just a few questions. The missing window panels I see in the photos are still missing.
Yes,
The openings are still there. Mold and mildew on exterior walls has been,
not on every wall, but on most of the walls it has.
okay, what about the rust? The exterior,
So they had some columns that were broken and also had rust on them. Those have been repaired.
but not painted,
They were painted, yes.
or landscaping has been sort of kind of taken care of. I drive by there multiple times a day. So. Broken and missing column casings,
Yeah, that's why they repaired.
okay. And broken soffits,
That has not been repaired yet.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir, if you could come up and state your name, your address for the record, please.
Pastor Bill Whitten, 14911 Southwest 144th Terrace. We pulled a permit for the windows. As soon as the permit passed, after additional drawings were required, then we immediately ordered the paint for the windows and ordered them. They were supposed to be in today on the 7th. They postponed it to the 13th. So the glass is to be delivered on the 13th. So that's what the window installer was waiting for. So ordered the glass, and as soon as they get the glass, he says he's ready to put the windows in. We've continued to do work on the outside walls, pressure cleaning, with touch-up paint. With the other areas, we worked the east side and the west side and the south side. We're working now on the front of the building to improve that. We've done a lot of landscaping that was necessary. Worked with an outside group and landscaping that's working with us for the partnership. Some of it is as well. And we're continuing to make progress in that. We're awaiting the windows. We've pulled a permit. We're continually on the company that is to be doing it and calling and checking out with them. And we're being assured that they're doing all that they can do. The importance of having it done.
Okay, so you pulled the permit with Miami Springs.
Yes, the permit has been pulled and
ordered glass.
last on order. It was to be in today.
That's gonna be
It was
next
to
week.
be delivered today, I guess you could say, not installed today, but it was to be installed by the end of this week. We got another update that they said it would be until the 13th. So we're awaiting the delivery.
I just want you to know that we've been very, 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 very patient with this case. And for some of us, it's wearing a little bit thin on us, so and our next step would be fining the property with a daily fine. That would be our only next step, and instead of having you come here every 30 days and sometimes I feel like no one's understanding the gravity, the gravity of the problem. So
Like I can assure you that we take it very, very seriously and are working on it with all of the effort and energy that we can. We have the company working.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just don't understand why there's still two open holes up there when we've just said, why can't that be sealed up with something?
They got a permit. Have a permit for one of the.
Right.
Can't ask them much more.
So just don't.
Last they could look today. Got the permit.
Right. It's just that I don't understand why the holes have to be there, the openings have to be
He told us
there.
what the problem was. Wow. That permit.
Well, I mean, we
Don't just say.
We love
permit, that's the main thing.
as much as you.
But it's,
I
it's,
know,
it's not only
I
that, it's
understand
only that, you have soffit
There's a
problems.
front of Westward.
There's graffiti on the wall now. I don't know if that graffiti is still there.
That was brought to my attention today, yes, it's being covered up. Our maintenance man was not in today, he had colonoscopy. That will be taken care of. Something on the east side.
I think that's the,
It's the first.
is that
we had a
the
problem.
child care facility or something? Is that where the daycare is? We have a photo of it. I'm sure you're aware of what I'm referring to.
Yes.
I gotta agree with John. Order, and hopefully by next month. Third board meeting, they should be installed. Okay, but I can understand.
We worked to secure, we got a portion of financing and we're awaiting the second portion of the financing that will enable us to do major renovation.
But saving window pane, that we're not hurting. Positive right now. But I'm pretty sure that you'll take care of that. Start something.
I all before the next meeting, that's at the end of the 13th is the day.
It's not only hurricane season, you have water going in there, you have vent sets, you have who knows what going into there. Yeah, I mean, it's not a good thing to have that opening. And I appreciate that you've got the permit and they're ordering things. But my point is that it's still open, even after all of these months. Hey, mothers. Pastor?
Or just, I will emphasize what has been said. Yes, we have been patient. And we're discussing this months ago. But there has been progress, and we'd like to see that fixed. So as long as there's progress.
How much time do you need? You're gonna come back again. How much time do you need to give us an update that things have been wrapped up? You tell us how much time you need. Soffits, I mean, there's a bunch of things that are still missing. The window is not the only issue. The window openings is not the only issue. So how much time do you,
I think 2 months. Then we should be able to get the soffit and the windows in 2 months. As far as the overhang on the roof, that's another issue that you can see visually right by that. We're waiting on the finance. That roof is unlike any that.
I do remember you mentioned financing, getting somebody to make the repair. We're okay.
That's, we're in the finance, we're looking at contractors and we have, we're in the process of securing the finance. So we have a signed contract, but we have some other stuff that has to be done for that contract.
But you don't know exactly when.
Within 30 days that contract is going to be signed. So,
Because that's an indication that you have funds to
right, we're waiting
do all the repairs.
preparation with paperwork and stuff for closure.
that if the property that you're selling has issues as well, or any code enforcement matters, or any repairs, or any other issues, it's gonna take time. Closings don't happen in 30 days anymore. Those 30-day closings are gone.
No, it's already,
Not even refinances take 30
It's
days.
been in progress. now.
it's been in progress, exactly, for some time.
What is our date for the February meeting? And the March meeting, please.
February 1st and March 1st. For the first two.
I'm gonna make a motion that the pastor come back March the 1st, giving you an extra 30 days in what you're asking for. Hope to see more improvement. I want you to know that this is serious. I don't wanna see that building dilapidated. It's a beautiful building. We want it to be taken care of. We wanna be proud of it.
And nobody more so than us as well. And I certainly appreciate your patience and your time. And I'm sure that no one wants that building, to be a positive instead of a negative.
Thank you, sir. So, anybody want a second motion?
Just to reconfirm this for the update on March 1st.
Yes.
Board Member Isabel? Yes. Board Member Zapata?
Yes.
Board Member Corey?
Aye.
Board Member Martinez Rivera? Aye. Board Member Figueroa?
Aye.
Board Member Bankston?
Aye.
Chair Jimenez?
Aye.
Okay, the motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Thank you.
March the 1st. Okay, we'll see you March the 1st.
Thank you.
Okay, I understand that they're gonna have the next three cases are all together and there's someone here.
Correct.
Okay.
So the following three cases are for the same property. The first case is case number 11-00205, property address 144 South Drive, code section 93-13, maintenance of property by owner. It's a fine reduction. On November 30th, 2010, based on an anonymous complaint, code compliance officer Lourdes Taveras, at the time of inspection, noticed that the front porch was completely filled with plastic bags, plastic buckets, furniture, papers, and other miscellaneous items. The front door was blocked up to 2 feet high. The rest of the porch was completely filled to about 5 feet. A notice of violation was mailed by certified mail and regular mail, but unable to be posted as there was no access to front door. On May 16, 2011, a summons to appear before the code compliance board was sent via police service, certified mail, and regular mail to the property owner's living address of 117 Curtis Parkway and regular mail to 144 South Drive. On June 7, 2011, member Robert Williams made a motion to grant Ms. Boyson 30 days until July 7, 2011 to come into compliance. If she did not, then a fine of $25 per day will begin on July 8, 2011. Vice Chairman signs second the motion and it passed with 5 aye votes. On August 2nd, 2011, the case was taken to the code compliance board meeting for an update. Property was still not in compliance and therefore the fine started running on July 8th, 2011. On November 17, 2021, I performed an inspection of the property as requested by Realtor Maida Blanco. All excess materials, debris, trash, and other miscellaneous items have been removed from the porch and rear yard. The overgrowth in the front, side, and rear yard setbacks have been removed. Property has reached compliance. On November 19, 2021, I compiled the total amounts of fines owed to City of Miami Springs based on the enforcement order for the case. The fines for code case 11-00205 are as followed. From July 8, 2011 to November 17, 2021 is a total of 3,786 days times $25 a day equals 94,650. An amount of $5,000 has already been paid, so the total amount owed is $89,650. Recording fees will also be added by the finance department. On November 22nd, 2021, $75 were paid to be heard in front of this board for a reduction of fines. On November 29th, 2021, the agenda for the December 7th code compliance board meeting was mailed via certified mail and also emailed. These are some pictures from the front of the property from 2011. This is the front of the property, September 2021, I'm sorry. This is currently the front of the property, November 2021. And this is the rear yard, 2011. And this is the rear yard, November 2021. This is a copy of the request for the fine reduction.
It's the noise that we hear. Somebody fortunately, Madam Chair. Resources. Resources. Oh.
Okay, so, do we have Ms. Poison present?
Please state your name and your address for the record, please.
My name is David Carlson. I represent North Poison. I live at 830 Swan Avenue.
How's Ms. Poison doing?
Not well. Couldn't make it tonight. I was hoping she would, but she was physically unable.
Is the house up for sale?
It is. It's under contract.
It's under contract? Okay, it took a sale to have somebody clean up the property.
Yes. I know the case has been long-winded, so I'm not here to argue facts, and they are what they are. The record is accurate. We're in compliance now, though, so I'm here seeking sympathy for her. She's in assisted living. She's never leaving assisted living. She's 86 years old. Been in Miami Springs for 50+ years, and whatever she nets on the sale is going to allow her to live, a reasonably comfortable life. So I'm asking you for that sympathy and leave as much of that money in her pocket as you feel is fair.
What's the contract sale price?
$425.
Who put up the $5,000? Is it part of the contract? The $5,000 that's been paid for?
She paid that a long time ago. What was the date of that?
I do not have the date, but it was done in 2016.
2016?
Yes.
That was really her, according to her only way of trying to fix this was to pay money. She couldn't physically do it.
Right, she had an attorney that was here. I've been here since the beginning for all of us, a few of us have. So we're very familiar with the case with her.
So I'm looking for a motion to reduce the fine to 10% or whatever you think is fair.
We thank you for volunteering them out. Thank you. Anything further?
Okay, thank you. We're gonna discuss it among ourselves.
Does the city have anything, any fees or anything that Public Works did on this property? Because they would collect it. If we did have anything outstanding, and it would be separate.
I am not aware of, I did not have anything else on the system that stated that, there was any charges from Public Works.
We didn't cut the grass or we didn't remove anything from that was charged.
Based on pictures that I was able to see throughout the years, it seemed like the grass at the front lot was well maintained. I don't have pictures, besides the one that were,
I think wherever she didn't have things stored on, she had her grass cut. Right, it was just the storage of things and vehicles that were inoperable. That basically the property got to be, in my opinion, from driving around it nearby for years, it just got to be too much for her. Yeah. That's fine. So 10% would be, contract price was stated at,
6.5.
contract price was $425,000.
She already paid $5,000 to drop $89,650. That was she owed today.
Correct, yes.
It would drop it to $8,965. We should just do all three together.
What are the remaining cases? What, because inoperable vehicles
And off-street parking.
and off-street parking, which are all the vehicles. And she had a vehicle in front of her house that was parked, and it wasn't in a driveway, as I recall, and a vehicle in the back was inoperable, or was it on the side of the house?
I think there was two.
There were two in the front.
Correct.
You're right. And we address, and we try to all of them together. I mean, we would have to allocate.
I think the same, you can make the ruling and apply it to the other two, you want to look at the highest one.
I think the easiest and the most formatted way for the city would be to allocate an amount to each. Would that be acceptable, or should the city be able to? You want an amount?
We could do that, I'm just saying, three are identical, except this is the high one.
Correct.
The other one's 30 days.
Without going into the exact
One is 27.
details of each of the other two, what are the fine amounts for the other two? 38,400 each.
30,427.
Each. $650.
So $16,645 drop off 10%.
That's 10%.
That's a 10% growth.
I didn't hear that. What's the 10% growth?
$16,645.
You spent a lot of effort, time and energy and meetings on this property.
A lot.
Well, I'm ready to make a motion that we approve the 10% that's being requested of the city. I'm doing that based on the fact that I don't think that any resident who's lived here that long, and certainly considering her age, I have a mother who's 88 and I know what that's like. It's debilitating, not just in the sense that she's that age and she can't do, but this all I'm sure has added to her health, emotional state. She's a longtime resident. I don't think that she did it because she abandoned it, she didn't care. This is not something of negligence, so that's why I'm leaning towards, putting forward that motion.
Right, so that would mean 10% of each, the 38,000. It's the 38,000 and the 89,650. It's not taking into account the 5,000 that has already been paid by them. Just want to make that clear. Yeah, so your motion is 10% of the 38,000 whatever, 38,000 whatever, and 89,650 or whatever that number is, 10% of that, which is 16,600. 10% of the outstanding balances at this time. Is that
Yes,
correct?
which I believe is 16,645.
Whatever that amount is, for the clerk, 16,000, whatever the proper amount is.
So just to confirm, it's 10% of the fine of the outstanding balance of the school fees. Okay, perfect. I have it seconded by Baxton. Board member Isla Rain,
Yes.
board member Zapata,
Yes.
board member Corey.
Aye.
Board member Martinez Rivera.
Aye.
Board member Figueroa.
Aye.
Board member Baxton.
All right.
Chair Jimenez.
Aye.
Okay, the motion carries.
I want to thank the attorney for coming in tonight. You probably volunteered your time, like other attorneys in the city have. If you do speak to Ms. Boylan, you please let her know that we wish her well.
Thank you.
Well, so thank you for coming in.
Do we have anybody here for the fifth case?
So the following case is case number 19-00226 for property address 429 Deer Run, code section 151-04, application for building permits. It's also a fine reduction. On October 30, 2018, during routine inspections of city alleyways, code compliance officer Quintero observed what seemed to be a new tiki hut. By further inspections of city and county records and aerial views, it was determined that there was no permits on file for the tiki hut slab and concrete leading to the tiki hut. A civil infraction notice was issued and 7 days to pass by the building department were granted to start the legalization. On November 26, 2018, code compliance officer Quintero issued a follow-up civil infraction notice as no contact actions were taken by the property owners. On March 4, 2019, no contact action had been taken. A ticket was issued in the amount of $100. On June 9, 2021, code compliance officer Quintero sent a follow-up civil infraction notice. On July 22, 2021, due to no contact action, code compliance officer Quintero prepared and sent the summons to appear via regular certified mail and with Miami Springs Police Department, tracking number 1577. On August 3rd, 2021, the code compliance board ordered that a permit must be issued by October 5th, 2021 to legalize or demolish the work completed without permit, or a daily fine of $150 will start retroactively on August 3rd, 2021. On October 7, 2021, permit RES 21-0606 was approved and issued 2 days after the deadline. Cases in compliance pending final fees. On October 25, 2021, code compliance officer Quintero applying the fines retroactively as per the code compliance board order as followed. From August 3rd, 2021 to October 7th, 2021 is a total of 65 days times $150 a day equals $9,750. Recording fees will also be added by the finance department. On October 26, 2021, $75 were paid to be heard in front of this board for a reduction of fines. On November 29, 2021, the agenda for the December 7th code compliance board meeting was mailed via regular mail and was also emailed to homeowner Raul Cruz Alvarez. So these are,
Did you take photos? Is the team? I mean, I'll ask the property owner from your observation.
it is, a permit was submitted for and it was issued for the tiki hut and also the walkway and slab.
Okay, so it's been issued, but it hasn't been
It has been finalized and
finalized.
closed, yes.
So 2 days after our deadline. Okay.
Can you please stand and state your address, please, for the record?
Hi, good evening. Raul Cruz Alvarez, 429 Deer Run. I'd like to start by thanking the board for because it was a good thing. So, yeah, I mean, this thing's been going back and forth. We actually applied for demolition. We were going to demolish the house, and then everything went crazy with the property market, the construction market. So we actually ended up buying a house 3 houses down so that we could demolish this one house. And so this is what the reason it took those 2 years on that. When I found out about this, I immediately came on down here to try to get the permit.
Where were you for the meeting? We sent you, just start
yes.
off with that, because that is our
You're-
sticking point with
Yes,
us.
you're
When
absolutely
you,
right.
when
I did
we,
miss the
when we
meeting.
summon you and you don't show up.
You're absolutely right. I was out of town. I was just one of those days that my wife was supposed to come, and I'm not blaming her because she's not here to defend herself. Besides that, she'll probably beat me up anyway. So yes, we missed our meeting. I did talk to Go a couple days after. I told, look, I'm going in there. End of August, they came over and got the paperwork that I needed. I went to the county. I got what's that thing called? The declaration of restrictive covenant, paid for that day, ran around. He asked me to draw everything out on the on the plans that we had on the, what do you call these things? The survey. So I drew it out, I brought it in, I got a copy of it. They
I'm gonna
stamped
take you to get the restriction, of the
it.
document
It was the
from the
same.
county.
So yeah,
They
it
gave you
was,
the
yeah,
same
it took a couple of weeks or whatever it did to mail, but she gave me a copy right there that showed that I paid for it. So like I said, I went through and I did the drawings, I hand laid out everything and then I brought it back in. They told me, no, you can't use it on that one because the survey's too old. So I get a survey company. It took them almost 30 days to come out because the survey companies have been slammed.
You're lucky that they got out.
Yeah, so they came out, they gave me a new one. I brought that one in, and by the time I made it in, like I said, it was supposed to be done on the 5th, it was done on the 7th, and the permit was closed on the 12th. They did the final on the 12th. So, then after that, obviously went back and we went through the city and we actually closed permits from 99, 2000, 2001, from when I didn't even own the property. But I went back through and I said, let me see every open permit
It's
that
gonna
we
be
have.
a problem when you do sell the house or try to do any financing.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, we've had the house in 2002 and I just wanted to make sure that we had every permit cleared, that I didn't have anything else in it.
We thank you for being here tonight, for your honesty.
Okay, so they're up to $9,750.
I just, as I mentioned to the property owner, that not showing up, not, with whatever excuse you want to give us, that's one of our sticking points. However, I do see that he was diligently working to get things done. And it's not easy to get a survey and to go to the county and everything is taking time. No, we don't need it. We don't need it. I don't need to see it anyways. Just the not showing up is a sticking point for me, and I'm sure for a lot of the members of the board, yeah. So,
Paid double permit. I paid, I don't know what it was, but it was a lot. $380 for that one and then $125 for permits for the house, and I didn't even own it for each one of those permits. It was both. Permit fees, it was, I don't know, like $500 or $600. And it's just, I wanted to make sure everything was clean.
I'm sorry, I did check the permit history for the tiki hut, and he did pay a violation fee.
any citations that may have been, I'm not sure even sure the citation was issued on the tiki hut,
There was an $100 ticket.
and that was paid. We need to always remind the property owners that when you get tickets, no matter what we're ruling up here, that ticket has to be paid as well. If not, it becomes an outstanding item on your.
I don't know if it is, but I will come
You
back
double
tomorrow
check.
morning.
Double check.
if it needs to be paid.
With the finance department, I believe, correct?
It was
I,
issued.
if I'm not mistaken, I believe the ticket was paid,
But double check
but I
that.
can confirm tomorrow.
The property owner should make sure that he double checks.
It will. I will check it. Sorry, I said that was.
No, you're fine.
It was the deadline by 2 days.
By 2 days, and he did not show up the first time, so. I mean, we can fine him the 2 days that he was over and then add a little bit more to the fine for him not showing up. Or his wife not showing up. Just, the property, otherwise, I see that property every day. The property is in my backyard, I can see the tiki hut, otherwise the property is spectacular at all times. Clean, I mean, we could have all houses like that in Miami Springs, would be great.
We haven't lived there for that.
I'm gonna make a motion.
All right, I was just saying, go next one, I'll make one.
Go ahead, John.
Make a motion, $750. Done. You can call it whatever you want, 2 days or 50. Rest.
You're right on point, because I was gonna say 800. I was gonna be fine on 500 for,
2 days,
Not
I'll be
showing up.
honest with you, or you did miss the meeting, I know. That's not a good thing. But, that's-
I'll second that motion. With a reminder to the property owner to check, to make sure no tickets are open.
It is finalized, right? That's fine.
So seven
I believe the
fifty.
Yes, sir.
permit was finalized.
That's good. It's fine.
So we reduced the fine to $750, second by Martinez Figueroa. Board Member Isla Ray,
Yes.
Board Member Zapata,
Aye.
Board Member Corey,
Aye.
Board Member Martinez Figueroa,
Aye.
Board Member Figueroa,
Aye.
Board Member Bangston,
All right.
Chair Jimenez,
Aye.
the motion carries.
Thank you, Sir Cruz. Okay, have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Thank you, board.
Thank
I
you.
will be first. I'll go
I'll
tomorrow.
contact you tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know. Take care of it.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you, thank you very
Thank you.
much. Likewise.
Do we have someone here for case 6 or no?
157.
No?
What address are you here for?
1250 Oriole.
Okay, so that'll be the next one.
Yeah.
This is new business, the second case.
Okay, this is case number 20-01524 for 1250 Oriole Avenue. Code section is 15104, application for building permits. On June the 24th, 2020, as per complaint received, I observed installation of some new wood posts for a fence. And on June the 25th, 2021, I mailed a civil infraction notice. On August 5th, 2021, as of that day, there was no permit for the fence, so I issued and mailed the final notice due to the time frame. On November the 19th, 2021, there's still no permit, so I posted a $100 ticket. On November 22nd, 2021, summons was mailed along with the $100 ticket, either regular and certified return receipt, 4748-5951. Summons to appear was given to police for service to homeowner. On November 22nd, 2021, summons was delivered by PSA Alexander Alvarez to Lauren Orellana at property. On December the 1st, 2021, I spoke with homeowner Gabriel via phone, and he explained I explained the process to obtain the permit. He was to go by City Hall for application and a possible survey recertification. As of today, there's still no permit.
You're telling me that as of June 24th of last year, this was brought to the attention of the property owner, and here we are, December 2021, and nothing has been done? Correct. No attempt, no application, no nothing?
Are these dates on here correct? Like the first one is on the 20th and the very last one down here is on the 20th also? On 2020? I mean, 19. 2021.
Yes, more than a year.
Right.
Okay, you want to come up and state your name and your address, please, for the record? And then,
Lauren Orellana.
Put the mic closer to you so we can hear you and so you can be recorded.
Hi, Lauren Orellana, Oriole Ave. When we had started with the posts and doing the fence, we were in a rent to own agreement. So when we had originally spoken to whoever it was at the beginning, we were not the owners, so we were told to submit the permit after we became owners of the home. And having a new baby and having my oldest in and out of the hospital has been really difficult, personal level, but it has been way too long that this has been going on. I know that my husband did speak to Rosemary about getting things going. Things have not yet gone with the permit, so I spoke to my husband before coming, giving that extra push. He said that would be getting that done, but yes, I have no excuse as to why this is not done, but besides not owning the home originally when we had started this, and just time and life circumstances getting in the way of getting it done. My apologies.
What day you become
August 2020. So it's still been over a year that we've owned the home and still haven't gotten this done.
Or you purchase the property knowing that there was a complaint. When you purchase a home, they do a lien search. So you must have known that actually you were renting
Yes,
already,
yes.
so you knew it was a problem.
Yeah.
So the rental issue and then becoming owner to me is wishy-washy, excuse.
I know that we could have pulled a permit under the previous owner's name when we had done it. And since it was in the middle of COVID and all of that, they had just said to wait until we own the home, then when we own the home, we still didn't do it. I had no excuse.
We're gonna give you the little extra push tonight, okay? Unfortunately,
And I'll pass the push along.
and you'll push it
Yeah.
along, if not, there will be a fine ticket.
Yes.
How much time do you need to get the permit? The fence permits are the easiest permits. You have a survey when you purchase the home, correct?
Yes, I know that you're Rosemary, right?
Right.
I think
You haven't made any
Yeah, the
changes, you haven't made any changes to the property,
No.
so that survey can be recertified, correct, okay? And it is the easiest. I applied for my own fence permit.
okay, so
Okay.
then I know that
There is hope for you, okay? Right. In December, our meeting in, so is the fence already done?
Yeah.
Completed? Has been. I'm gonna make a motion that we give them until our February date, our February meeting, when is that? February 1st for a closed permit. If not, a fine of $50 a day is gonna start February 1st. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'll second it.
$50 a day. It's been going on way too long. Starting February 1st, I want a closed permit. Closed permit is something different from just to apply.
Understand what a closed permit
You've
means?
you've done your application, you've gotten it inspected, and I mean, you have a survey, you're getting it, you're moving. Today is Tuesday, somebody's in the city applying for a permit tomorrow, or getting the paperwork, so you can do your own drawings.
That's what I was told today when I spoke to
So February 1st, you can tell your husband that the clock will be ticking, $50 a day. You can do it.
Yes.
Board Member Isa Ray,
Yes.
Board Member Zapata,
Aye.
Board Member Corey,
Aye.
Board Member Martinez Rivera,
Aye.
Board Member Figuera.
Aye.
Board Member Bennington.
Aye.
Attorney Bennett.
Aye.
The motion carries.
I have a question. Is it only the fence?
Yes.
Or is it, what is, March, can you go back to your notes that you presented? And look at March 2nd, are we looking at the right thing? Is this in order? Is it 624 on the top and then March 2nd on the bottom? And then we have something wrong,
Demolition in progress, kitchen sink.
our page 73 doesn't look like your, I want to make sure there's no demolition. The chairperson just pointed out that our packet mentions demolition in progress. Because if that's the case, then we just vote on something that's not really. What page is it in your packet? Maybe I'm looking at the wrong page.
No, I got it right.
73.
73, yeah, it says demo.
I want you to make sure that this case is only a fence case. Please.
It's just that it starts, it's on the bottom.
It's on the bottom and it says March
And it goes
2nd.
up to
Right.
June, and then April, and then 21 is in the middle.
No, that's a different case. I don't know how that got there.
Okay, so you don't have any demolition, just asking the property or no demolition going on? Okay.
Now, that's part of why I was confused before they saw the 20 on the
Yeah, I was
bottom,
looking-
20 on the top. I'm like.
I was looking over there on the, I don't know where that board. Okay, so we voted and everything, the motion passed?
The motion carries.
Okay, so February the 1st, keep that date in mind. If the permit is not closed, $50 a day fine starting February 1st. $50, $50, $50, $50.
It catches up.
Every day.
Okay.
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
My business card. If you
Yes.
need.
I will.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Bye, have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
So,
Okay, so we have, number 6 is not here,
And,
and
new
number,
business number 1. It's not here, but we had, reached out to, but it's here. So, we want to go back in. And
Okay,
then
yeah.
we'll find reduction, I let you know.
Is this a Llewellyn case? I'm sorry, is that the Llewellyn case that we're talking about now?
Yes.
Llewellyn's number 6, old.
Yeah, that's where that date of the 20th comes from, the kitchen stuff.
Oh, okay. But it's on this page, okay.
Right, what happens when we, I don't think we've ever had anybody ask for a fine reduction and not show up? Because I mean, we may consider that a request for a fine reduction. And
Yeah, they paid for it, they knew
And
about it, and I.
how many of those do we
texted them.
grant? I don't think we keep granting these. I hope they understand that.
It's the first time this has happened.
Because we can hear the case and we can deny. We can actually deny the fine reduction.
Yes.
The case is on the agenda and can be heard, and no one's here. And we can affirm or, deny the fine reduction, and it is a hearing. The residents need to know that. Right, anyways, where are we headed?
So are we gonna go to case 6?
She's doing new business, the first piece,
Okay, the,
28,
okay, 961.
And no one's here.
This is the new kitchen.
Right.
Okay, so, this is new business case number 1, case number 20-00982 for 961 Falcon Avenue, code section 151-04, application for building permit. So on March 2nd, 2020, as per complaint, I met with Public Works and observed demolition in progress. Kitchen sink with cabinets were removed along with the drywall. Workers were to let homeowner know that a permit was required, and I posted a civil infraction notice. On March 4th, 2020, I spoke with new homeowner Nick Llewellyn via phone. I granted until April 3rd, 2020 to submit plans. On March 18th, 2020, owner submitted for structural wall removal via permit number 20-509. No permit yet for the kitchen remodel. On March 23rd, 2020, owner submitted for kitchen remodel via permit 20-517. The wall removal remains in plan check. On March 24th, 2020, electrical and building review were done on this date. On January the 12th, 2021, the process was considered abandoned and canceled. The time limitation of applications. This was sent to me by the building department. An application for a permit for any proposed work shall be deemed to have an abandoned or canceled 180 days after the date of the filing. So I moved to citation. So on that same day, ticket number 00803 was mailed via regular and certified return receipt 47485166. On January the 20th, 2021, I spoke with the homeowner via phone, and he would be paying the ticket the next month. On February the 8th, 2021, the $100 ticket was paid via credit card, receipt number 1906. On February 22nd, 2021, I spoke with Nick via the phone, advised not to cancel the process number 21-381 presently in plan check for kitchen, as he would like to finish at a later date. I explained that it was not advisable as more fines could incur. A finalized permit was required for closing of the case. On 11/18/2021, the new kitchen remodel remains without a permit. Homeowner came in and picked up both sets of plans on September 9th, 2021 for the kitchen. The wall removal 20-00509 was issued on October 8th, 2021. Ticket has been paid, referred to code compliance board. So on November 22nd, 2021, summons to appear was given to police for service to homeowner. It was also sent via regular and certified return receipt number 47485975. On 11/22/21, the summons was delivered by PSA Alexander Alvarez. On November 29, 2021, I spoke with Mr. Llewellyn via phone. He would be unable to attend the board hearing due to a funeral for a member of his platoon, and that he would be sending an email. So on November the 30th, 2021, I received the email from Mr. Llewellyn that reads, "Good afternoon. My name is Nick Llewellyn. I am the homeowner of 961 Falcon Avenue. We spoke on the phone on Monday about me not being able to attend the hearing because I have a funeral to attend for a member of my platoon. I humbly ask to be able to have my absence excused and request extended time to give the proper documents needed to the city. I am a first-time homeowner and I am trying my best to work with the city to get them what they need. Thank you and have a nice day." So as of today, all these comments are still pending in the building department. They're requesting a floor plan that shows the work area, indicate Florida building code in effect, level of alteration, and provide wall section for wood support wall. On 5/7/21, the GC or the owner was to make contact with the building official. And on 7/27/21, they were to provide a floor plan and show work area, indicate Florida building code in effect, and level of alteration, provide wall section to include backing detail. So, everything is still pending, and they have the plans, so.
Do you have other photos?
Yeah.
I don't believe he's living there, even on his, the property appraiser's office, it has a different mailing address,
So they have sent the letters.
Right.
Registered
to them. I'm just saying, I don't,
different.
no one must be occupying that home. Is that the only photo you have?
The certified mail is going to another address.
Right, it's going to the mailing address that's listed on the property appraiser's office, which is not, and it's a Miami Springs address. So he's not too far behind.
I don't know what's up in the kitchen, because they pulled the wall from it. Got that, I don't know what's going on in the kitchen.
And he didn't send anything, he didn't call.
Just email.
Yeah, I talked to him on occasion, like I stated,
Or if you could leave that up, because this sheet just doesn't match.
I don't know what happened. Sorry.
So we have February, is that the very first part of your breakdown? February?
February 8th, 2021, no, wait a minute. March 2nd,
So it's been going on for a while. I think you just need to give them a little bit of time to. But if he needs a permit to be issued, correct. So a little bit, a short period of time, a 30-day, and start a fine after that 30-day period. This been going on since March. Go back to your first page, Rosemary, of detail. March 2nd, 2020. It's been going on since March 2nd of 2020.
Well, I'm saying, stating paperwork.
Right, those comments are all
These
pending.
comments there today. Those comments, I don't.
All comments are
I'm
pending.
saying.
So then
He's a homeowner.
they give a time period, and
Do you know if he's in the
since
business?
this has been going on since March, maybe a fine, a daily fine will put some pressure on things to get done.
Do we know if he's in the military?
I'm sorry,
Do we know if he's in the military?
put the mic, bring the mic down, baby.
And do we know if he's in the military? Active duty, like serving?
No,
He just said he was fine.
from his platoon. Still doesn't take away that this has been going on since March, so.
A year and a half.
All right, John, give a time period.
You know, you have to put a wall.
You want an update?
I don't think it-
It's March last year.
What's the date of this?
Just saying, if you got a permit for a wall, cabinets. You just have a permit for cabinets.
For the whole kitchen remodel, so
You have
It-
no permit to alter the wall.
And that was approved, the plumbing and the electric.
So, I mean, in essence. Cabinets, put the cabinets in. You have a permit to alter the wall, so the cabinets will on the wall. It may not necessarily be a demolition permit. but alter that wall. So I'm not really sure.
So we're gonna set them up for February first, or
60 days to give us an update.
absolutely not, January.
What's our January date? January 4th. I don't know, give them 60 days to give us an update. That's too long.
30 days.
January 4th.
30 days, I explained.
Well, if he doesn't show up for January 4th,
It's gonna be a fine.
it's gonna be a fine.
That's not gonna be, it's not gonna be a $50 a day.
I think he should know that ahead of time, given January 4th, I think there's people that are sort of still straggling back from being traveled. I know it's not our problem.
Yeah, the thing
Let's
is, it's
get the
been,
thing resolved.
it's been going on since March of 20, when he started with this, so. If he hasn't finished it, fine, but he has to get going at some point. So January 4th is.
What's your motion, John? Are you doing a motion that you want him here at the January 4th meeting for an update? And then we'll move from there?
But you agree, if he doesn't, yeah.
And I'm sure the code enforcement officer can let him know that we're where we're headed. But you can let them know that they don't show up again or nothing has been done.
With what we're reading, I would say no. Timeline in front of us now. Fine.
We're gonna find out, but we're gonna show up. Yeah, when he comes on January 4th, I'm just saying if he doesn't show up on January 4th, then he has to know that there's gonna be a fine.
We will deal that. We will deal with that. That won't happen because he's gonna show up because the code enforcement officer is gonna let him know where this board is headed.
Do I have a second on the motion?
What is the motion?
I'll make January 4th for an update.
I'll say.
Physical appearance.
Board member Isla Ray,
Yes.
board member Zapata,
Aye.
board member Corey,
Aye.
board member Martinez Rivera,
Aye.
board member Rivera,
Aye.
board member Bennett.
Aye.
Chair Jimenez,
Aye.
the motion carries.
I know we were laughing, but I think what John really wants is a physical, the property owner to be here, to give us an update. Not to update you and then not show up. We mean physical appearance.
Unless you guys are all done.
We want to go over 157 Deer Lawn and the fire reduction?
Yes, I think we should. They asked for a fine and they didn't
They're not
come.
here and it's a hearing and it's a
That's
request.
Great, great.
They asked for a fund.
Yeah, they did, and it could be denied by us, and then they don't have any recourse.
I texted him and he confirmed, and I don't know what happened.
See Santa.
Maybe he's out having, he or she are out having a nice dinner while we are here.
Okay, so
Okay, so this is case number 19-00903 for 157 Deer Run, code section 15104, application for a building permit, and it's on fine reduction. So on February the 12th, 2019, I observed a new horizontal wood fence without a permit. So I posted the civil infraction notice. And on April 2nd, 2019, a $100 ticket number 01626 was posted at property. It was also sent via regular certified return receipt 9261-6217. On May the 28th, 2019, the summons to appear was served to homeowner Jasmani Pomaron at property by Officer J. Robbins, ID number 0163. On June the 4th, 2019, the case was heard at the Code Compliance Board hearing. The board granted homeowner 14 days to have his permits issued. If not, a $100 a day fine would start on June the 19th, 2019. Board member Martinez Vegeta motion to give the property owner 14 days to have a permit issued. If permit hasn't been issued by June 19th, a $100 a day fine would start. Board member Bankston seconded the motion, which passed unanimously 5-0 on voice vote. The roll call vote was as follows. Board member Martinez Vegeta, board member Bankston, board member Vegeta, and board member Calvert, and Chair Jimenez voted yes. On October the 3rd, 2019, I mailed the enforcement order to Jasmani and Denise Pomaron at 157 Giovanni Miami Springs, Florida 33166. 10/20/2021, the calculated amount owed to date is $85,400 plus the initial $100 ticket, makes it $85,500. That's June 19, 2019 through October the 20th, 2021. Permit has not yet been issued. Fines continue to accrue. I also returned a call to an attorney, Don, that had contacted me about this case. On November 18, 2021, the permit was issued. On November 17, 2021, for a total amount now due of $88,200 plus the initial $100 ticket equals $88,300. Reporting fees will also be added by finance. Permit was finalized today. We'll be paying the $75 fee for a fine reduction hearing. Application given. On November 19, 2021, the $75 fine reduction fee was paid and the case was added to the December 7th, 2021 agenda. On December the 1st, 2021, a text reminder was sent to Jasmani Pomaron of fine reduction hearing scheduled for Tuesday, December 7th, 2021 at 7 p.m. And he did confirm that he had received
I
it.
was just gonna ask you if he replied.
He did.
I mean, I've never had one of these before.
Sorry.
I've never had, I don't think, at least as long as I've been here, I've never seen. You know, we don't come back, once we ask for a fine reduction and we rule, we don't, there's no coming back. You can go to court and appeal whatever decision we make.
He wrote on this reduction of fine paper, wrote like a whole love letter here about his father being the contractor. Did everybody read that?
Yeah.
It's page 51 and 53.
Thank you for the page number, Madam Chair. Still not an excuse for the homeowners not to be here.
His explanation here is that he hired his father, who's a contractor, and then there's a burglar and trespassing. And it's like a little short story. I mean,
I mean, when we get these requests, we usually give you a one-time shot. We don't, and then you just can't come back. You don't. You know that my blinders go on when the homeowners are here. I can't get past that.
should we rule on this?
Proper notice was given and a reminder.
They call it hearing. I mean, this is, the city, whether or not they're gonna reduce it is it's their call. The city just kind of stands by on these. It's their hearing. They call it. if they request to come before you and mitigate their fees, it's in their favor. So I think, I guess you could, treat it as like, okay, we're gonna have a hearing, perhaps that would be something we should put in the notice that, you know, unless you cancel or reschedule, you schedule it, we can proceed. So it's something to consider, but
I think that we should go with it. We should have it come back.
It is difficult to make an assessment of why, what happened without having someone here to explain themselves.
It just aggravates the reason why we put a fine, a daily fine,
So
is why we put fines on people, in order to show up and produce. And then we have somebody asking for a reduction of fine, who way back when still did not pay attention to our code enforcement officers, and here we are. Our time being taken by a resident that's not showing up, that acknowledged, you know, was given a text notice and proper notice, and it's still not here.
Let's say we try.
you're arguing against negative. We'll never know. But different, these are a little bit, these are different from the regular items. The city pushing forward and prosecuting cases. The city's burden of notice, set the hearing. and it's
All
forward.
that has been met by the city.
But everything, these are different. It's all brought by the property. Fine.
This is 2.5 years. And I can tell you, when they try to come back, get placed on the agenda, and the code enforcement officers know that we don't rehear these. We do not rehear these. We do not rehear a fine reduction that we've already done. We do not rehear cases and decisions that we've made. The only things we rehear is a one-time fine reduction. For those of you who are new, we do a one-time fine reduction. We don't go back over and over and over again and keep reducing things, keep rethinking our decisions. It's not the way we work. So I don't know. You can deny the reduction, or you can do a reduction. You can do a reduction, you can say the reduction is 0.
I'd like to go on.
That's your motion.
Motion
Yes.
to allow them another 30 days.
I just asked.
Your thoughts?
I'd like to give them another 30 days. I'm worried as to why they really didn't show up. This is in their favor. It's not, I mean, they could go really bad for them right now.
We wonder all the time. too.
They don't come.
I mean, we've got higher.
This has been going on since February 19th.
For the board's consideration, you could also just treat it as a nullity and nothing happened. It's gone, it's not gonna come back until they set it back. They set it back there. Because, I mean, for us, then if you say, well, let's just keep continuing it, you're treating it like a regular case and the city's gonna have to monitor this. Take the responsibility as opposed to, the burden being on the property owner. So you could deny it and say, okay, there's no adjudication, there's no mitigation, or you can mitigate it, or perhaps, or you can just treat it as a nullity, and you can continue it as well, but just providing options for your consideration.
I don't think I appreciate the new board members wanting to extend it another 30 days, but it's not something that we requested. It's something that the property owner requested. So I think either we deny or we nullify their request somehow. I don't know what the proper terminology for that is. I don't know, but then we're opening up the door for them to come back.
And we're just gonna have to pay another $75 if they want to come back. Right, and then at that point, you can make a decision as to whether you want to reduce it or not.
So I think it would be very important to make sure that if we do take that route of having, just nullifying this and then having to come back whenever it is that they come back without putting
But giving them the luxury of us asking them to come back in 30 days, I mean, why? They're the ones that ask for the motion. They're the ones that come back. No, the fine has already been closed up. They've come into compliance, so that amount is there.
It's for.
I guess interest,
So we can not hear, we can not make a judgment, but we make a judgment.
it is, it sticks.
It's not like talking to these people. That's why I was just asking what you thought, really asking for the motion. It's tough, because it's tough.
I do think that people need to know that when they ask for this, if they don't show up,
It's a
that,
denial.
yeah,
It should
that
be denied.
they need to be made aware of what the consequence of not showing up is, because I do agree that we're all sitting here and this person just didn't show up and we don't know the reason, it could be something. But that maybe wording, like the attorney said, should be included, that when they request something, it's gonna be heard whether you show up or not, or whatever it is that we decide. But
We as a board can set, I don't know what the proper terminology is, but we have set for certain situations how we handle certain things coming up in front of us. I don't know what to do in this situation. I know we have a motion on the table, I believe, so I don't know if that's.
Or it wasn't a motion.
It wasn't a motion.
It wasn't a motion.
You have the power to set policies. So if
That's
this is a
correct.
policy you want to do.
I don't wanna put a burden on the code enforcement officer to put any additional language in our notice. That's asking for, I mean,
I just want to clarify, if we do notify it, then they have to do the process over again, right?
correct.
They have to pay $75.
Hey, yes.
And the fine stands as.
Hey, I know.
Fine stands, so I'd like to make a motion to
And then,
notify the hearing.
and then that's on their record, and we will consider that they didn't show up for their own fine reduction. At least on that.
And then we have to hear the case again
If they ever-
another day.
We know you're gonna.
I just, it's a problem. It is a problem. I know you guys chuckle about it, that's fine. I'm very passionate about what I do with my volunteer time here. And it's coming from my heart.
I was gonna say it.
you know, but it's part of residents taking what this board does seriously.
For granted.
They
They're
don't
taking
take
for
it
granted.
serious. That's the
And
problem.
that, right, and that becomes problematic. And for all the years that I've lived here, I've seen changes from how stringent things were. I, for one, love Cardini. I know people didn't like it.
Yes.
I bought my house and within 30 something days, Cardini gave me a citation.
Yeah,
Because
I
there was
got a
mildew on the
citation
wall.
from him too, and I love the man, because you know what? I knew that what I was doing was level playing field for the rest of the community. And I'm seeing today that there's things that are just sort of
Yeah.
like,
And we've tightened up, and this board has tightened up.
And it depends who you are.
Unfortunately, I don't discriminate.
well, I think this board should be more empowered to not let that happen.
I'm all for it. Sometimes
I'll go
we,
either way, it's just, it's been going on 34 months. Like it's all over.
We asked for this, and we're sitting here, and my dog is missing me right now, actually, and he's not here.
My 2 children and my 2 dogs.
Right.
So should we do, take no action on it? That's it of the board.
I'm ready to give them a percentage. And do it. They're not here. I don't know, maybe it's me, but if I'm not gonna go somewhere, even my doctor today, I got caught in the railroad there in the morning, and I called the doctor's office to tell him I might be 10 minutes late. I made it on time. My appointment was 8:15 and I got there at 8:08, but I was already worried that I was gonna be late for my appointment. You know, so people don't take it serious, Mara, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
much.
but we need to set that precedent.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Then let's throw around some numbers. The numbers, let's go. Let's talk about a fine reduction.
I thought that 20% was pretty fair.
What is 20% for a man?
It's about 16,000 or so.
17,000.
That's not.
That's,
No.
that's really low, but
I will vote no on that, just so that you know. What was that, 20% that you put on there?
I said
17,000.
All of this for offense? All of this for offense, that they've ignored since.
they've ignored because they don't have to.
Down 40,
88, 3. 88, yeah, I said 70,000.
17,660.
And let's not take into account that they're not here. You're treating it as a fine reduction, but they're not here.
No, so, I mean, I'm just saying, they're not here, but that's a decision we can make.
Right, no, I agree, we can hear it, we
Now
can
we're
reduce
gonna
the fine.
wait till February.
No,
to show them again.
and our code enforcement officers and us and the whole process keeps going, and the notification and calendaring and coming back in front of us. You're 100%
I
right.
agree with Mono, we have to, you know, there's a presence, and from here on, it's like this, because there's no respect for this. We show up here and they say that they're gonna show up, and they don't really care. It's all,
What other ideas of percentages do we have?
I don't know, anything else, have anything else?
20%.
She thinks it's too low.
Right, we treat each case separately.
The lady that's the older lady, that's different case to me.
George, what do you think? Vivian?
I don't know enough about it. It's been competitive.
We've been fooling around with a fence since February of 2019. There's a fine that's already closed out. The number is what it is.
You know, they buy houses in Miami Springs because they don't want us to be like Hialeah.
They come in and.
We're getting like Hialeah, and it's because the
And we're
same.
listening to the music coming from Hialeah and
So,
bothering.
no, I thought I was imagining things the other night.
So I don't know if it's Hialeah or Miami. For the record, and everyone that's watching on video, I got so many phone calls and text messages at all hours of the night on the noise, that it was unbelievable. I know we have no power because it's not in our city, but I can only imagine what our police department went through, our city manager's office, our assistant city manager, the council, the mayor, and everyone else.
I spoke to the police one of the evenings. I thought I was hearing things. And she goes, "You want to know how many calls I've gotten? It's not. You're not hearing things. It's, you know." And I found out what it was. Because it was for several days, right?
Yes, it was. During weekdays too.
Yes, support the motion.
I don't know,
I
I
asked George-
threw out a
I
number,
asked George for a
and
number.
George is,
I don't wanna hear
George is doing some numbers, one.
No, I think $17,000 is a significant number. It's also a little more personal, but I go with that.
George?
I can't make the motion, so.
That's a good motion tonight. Vivian has a good motion.
Need a motion, come on, guys.
Give us a number, Vivian. Would we throw around the number? What was the 20% number?
20% was 17,000.
17,660.
Why can't we just say 20,000? 20,000 is a nice round number.
Motion to reduce the fine to 20,000.
I second that motion.
Okay, what was the
Motion to reduce the fine to 20,000.
Now that's 20,000 plus the 100 that he owes.
Absolutely. Every time I just want to make it very clear. The tickets are separate and apart from any fines that have been running. They should never be included unless we specifically say so.
Somebody second.
I did.
So we have a motion to reduce it to 20,000. It was seconded by Vera, board member Isla Ray. Yes. Board member Tabata.
Aye.
Board member Ford.
Aye.
Board member Vera.
Aye.
Board member Figueroa.
Aye.
Board member Baxter.
Aye.
Chair Hernandez.
Aye.
Is motion carried.
John, that didn't sound very.
Anything else?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. Anything else pending? Okay. Well, ladies, we're happy that you're here with us. Girl power. Now we really have girl power.
Don't make the guys feel bad.
Yeah, they're good.
I have one, I have sister and others.
We do have.
Can I ask a question just before we adjourn, just from the, I want to know what the ordinance that we have for the tiki huts is. Like, how do I find that?
The email that I sent you on Unico, you'll search.
Oh, I saw the link that you sent me. I did look through some of it, so I'll find it there.
Yes.
Thank you.
It depends on who puts it together.
If it's the Indians,
If it's the Indians, right? you
You're
just
good.
need Zoning, but I thought the Indians were the only ones that could, right?
no, not really.
In Miami Springs?
I think they get special treatment or something, the permit goes through a different process.
No, but I'm saying the ordinance is the ordinance, right?
I don't know if the building code has changed, but not too long ago, they were exempt from getting a permit for doing that. When everybody else.
But as long as you
Well, they just need
produce,
zoning, I believe.
as long as you produce documentation that it was
Yeah.
done by them.
Right, yes, of course, yes.
Still show up.
Right, I'm just, I'm concerned, and part of why this board I think is so important is because I think their codes are so like outdated and don't cover everything, that then it creates more work for this board. And so I was wondering, when I was on council, wanted us to really do something with those codes. And
They have to be updated.
Yeah,
And I think, and I think as we go through cases and we have different experiences and cases come up in front of us, or and even before, and things that we mentioned that we don't have the power to do, the city attorney's office
I
has
know-
been,
yeah.
working on a
and I
lot
know
of
that
things.
they're working on those, but I think they're, right?
Yeah, yes, yes, she's very active.
Oh, I
She's
don't
finding
know.
the emails. But, you know, for things like the building code, most, since it gets adopted, and I think, one relatively, a lot of cities just adopt it as amended. So they have something that just, you know, kind of says, okay, utilize the building code, and of course, the local would be on the account. And that way you don't have to repeat the regurgitate everything.
Of course.
It's automatic.
You're right. So, but there are good, like, this, like, there's been very good, points on taking notes on for potential revision in the future, which I think should be had to make it easier for code enforcement to do their job, and also easier for you to do your job. And put policies that you want in place, like, you know, one mitigation per case, one time.
And that's what we've been doing.
So just state it outright. And then the board has the power to hear the case in abstention in the absence of, you know, request. Just like they would if they.
That's
failed.
critically important if we're going to do the kind of job that we want to do and have the city stay how we want it to.
I want to thank the officer and the other officer that was here. We appreciate you being here. It makes us feel a lot better. Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so this meeting, code enforcement is adjourned and it's 8:45.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
First Merry Christmas. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, that was.